Roger, you said that you liked this movie.
Oh, that's an understatement. I physically ran downstairs to tell my roommates about it.
Yeah?
I thought this was...
And what did you tell them? What did you say?
I said that Rumpelstiltskin better get his special little wheel to wheel me up some of this golden fleece into a sweater I could wear. Because, again, this movie was gold to me.
Oh...
Yes, I thought it was so insanely good. I hated that I waited 33 years to watch it, and it was out before I was born.
Was it you who suggested that we watch 1985's Legend, directed by Ridley Scott?
Yes.
And starring Tom Cruise.
Did you think it was gonna be, like, funny bad in some way? And not, like,
well, okay, no,
beautiful?
That's not entirely true. I was told to watch it by a coworker who was like, oh, you have a podcast about sequels? You should watch Legend. And that's been, like, the purveying suggestion since they've known about the podcast.
Right.
And I thought it was, like, a bit. I thought it was, like, you gotta watch Legend. You haven't seen Legend, you're gonna watch it. Anyway, so I walked out of that movie thinking, like, where was... I can't think of a single other movie. I liked it so much. I had a whole thread of, like, notes that I was writing, and it wasn't like the characters do this. I was asking myself questions in my notes, like, oh, what do you think? What the fuck? The unicorn and its horn, is it dead? Is it sleeping? What's that? Like, I was so excited.
You're completely in it.
Yes, I was so excited throughout most of the film, and there were so many shots, so many, like, what I'm gonna call vistas. Or panels, like comic book panels, that they cared about so much. Specifically, whenever Lily is kneeling down in the brook and she's petting the unicorn for the first time, that shot, oh my goodness, and it's contrasted by a later shot where darkness is looming over Lily as she's on the ground, and it is a comic book panel. It's so good to me.
This movie was directed by the man who created the visual identity for cyberpunk media whole cloth with Blade Runner, right? I mean, an absolute genius at every level for lighting and shot composition, especially. And so this was really, I think he got those shots of unicorns when making Blade Runner, and then said, hey, I liked doing that. And then I guess made it his whole personality for, like, however many years in between, and from that we get Legend.
Yeah.
I think it's real pretty, and I'm so happy you like it.
X, do you have any thoughts on this?
So like I was saying, I watched the director's cut, which was 20 minutes longer and 20 minutes too long. So
which version did you watch, Roger?
Whichever one I bought on, I think, Amazon.
Did it have like an orchestral beautiful score, or does it have some like banging tunes in it?
It felt pretty orchestral.
Jazz saxophone or whatever.
The end of the movie had a song by, I think, John Anderson and Green Tangerine called Loved by the Sun.
Okay, you did not watch the director's cut then.
No, I guess not.
Fascinating, because it's a slow one in the director's cut.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
A slow one.
I had a very, very quick afternoon with this movie. I like short movies. Like, if it can keep my attention, I can walk at like hour 30, and I'm like, that's a story, baby.
Short movies are a lost art.
Yes.
Yeah, So I was like, oh, do I want to pay $3.99 to Jeff Bezos or see if maybe my library has it? And it just so happens that my closest library was the only one that had it, but it was the director's cut. And as I was watching it, I was like, well, okay, this is 2 hours. I got home at 3:30. That means if I watch this now, I'll be done 30 minutes before we record. And then I looked it up on IMDb and it said 1 hour and 29 minutes. And I was like, oh boy, all right, I guess I'm in for literally more than I bargained for. But it was
how much did
okay.
this movie make?
This movie grossed worldwide $16 million on a $24 million budget. So,
and with that, hello listeners, and welcome back to the podcast where we watch a movie and dare to ask the question, could the devil get it? Yes, he absolutely could. We are three unpaid interns who have been locked away in a basement somewhere in Hollywood and forced to turn out sequels to movies that nobody asked for. So grab some popcorn and a hard hat and the reattachable horn of a unicorn that we think is dead, and join us on the ground floor of Sequel Factory. I am Roger.
I am Jet.
And I'm X.
We watched the 1985 film Legend, directed by Ridley Scott, written by William Schwarzberg. You can look it up and you'll get why I said it. It's a pretty straightforward, opulent fantasy fairy tale about Tim Curry's the devil who wants to kill the unicorns to stop Dave from ever coming again. Kills one, kidnaps a woman, tries to seduce her, which in practice is trying to make her sit in a chair, which she
and
can't.
Talk.
And talk.
Yes, to sit and talk.
And then our heroes, a sort of wild boy named Jack, who is romantically entangled with the princess that the devil is trying to seduce, ends up going on an adventure with some little shits he met in the woods, and eventually uses the light of the sun to blast the darkness into space?
Maybe space?
The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Okay.
Yeah, Tim Curry plays the darkness, which is what they call, I guess he's probably not the devil. He's talking to he's referring to like his father throughout, like, Father help me, which I think is probably the capital D devil. And he's the lowercase d devil who represents all darkness in the world.
Gigantic red man with horns, essentially.
How did they make Tim Curry so big?
Yeah, how did
man,
they
when they first introduced him, he was sort of black. Like, he was this kind of monochromatic, dark character with like green eyes. And I was like, this is some Chernobog shit right here. This is like Fantasia scary. And later in the film, he comes out of a mirror in 1985 effects, as you can imagine. But he's got hooves, and he, like, every bit of Tim Curry's body is covered in some kind of prosthesis. Yeah. The headpiece that he's got is like these 4-foot-long black horns. Obviously his like eyebrow ridge, cheekbones, his chin, all prosthetic. His neck, his shoulders, his arms are massive, right? If you've ever seen a young Tim Curry, he's not a buff guy.
I don't know how they made that man look 9 feet tall and just as wide. It's crazy.
There's so much about this movie I enjoyed.
It's just about the most beautiful fantasy has ever looked.
I was going to say something similar. It harkens to a time where magic existed in movies, where like Never-Ending Story or anything Jim Henson ever touched. Like, there is a magic to shots. They would play tricks on you with practical effects as an audience, right? Like, Lily holds up a necklace, or it's a ring on the end of a chain or something, and the opposing shot shows Jack looking at it, and someone's just flashing a fucking flashlight in his face, right? But as an audience, we're led to believe that it's reflecting light onto his face, and it works. It works because it's simple, and it's not. They didn't have to use special like effects to make that happen, and that's what they used. It was magical. People cry in this movie, and they cry glitter. It's a very shiny movie.
It's that devil can glisten.
That devil can glisten.
They oiled him up good for this one.
There were very few things that I disliked about the movie. One thing was
Tom Cruise is in it.
That you what?
Tom Cruise is in it.
Well, I don't much mind Tom Cruise. I do mind his middle teeth.
I like his performances in things.
Yes, of course.
God, I wish it weren't Tom Cruise who was Tom Cruise.
Man, I wish Tom Cruise was a different guy.
You know what's funny is I didn't know anything about this movie, so I put it on, and she goes into the. I mean, first off, in the director's cut, it's like 10, 15 minutes before we see Tom Cruise. She's like messing around with some woman in her home, and she goes into the woods and she's calling Jack, and I'm like, wait, is Tom Cruise's name Jack in this too?
As well.
And it just reminded me of back when we made Kidnapping Ellen, and I let you guys pick your own character names, and Jet wanted to go with Jack. And in my head, I was like, Jack makes me think of Tom Cruise. Let's go with Jake instead. But because when I said that, it's because the movie Jack something just came out
Jack
with him
Reacher.
in it. But
Jack.
yeah. But
Jack Reacher just come out.
Yeah, his fucking name is Jack and everything. So,
and in this movie, he is Reacher in for a ring to get to marry a girl. Okay,
this princess, surely the pure of heart character is Tom Cruise, right? Not her, because she's
Tom
a
Cruise
little
knows where to find the unicorns. According
the
to the
unicorns
lore,
and stuff.
only the purest of specifically mortals can find unicorns. Right?
Okay.
Lily is shown where the unicorns are by Jack. So yes, it is safe to assume that Jack is the pure.
Well, it's not that only the pure of heart can find the unicorns. It's that the unicorns can be found where there is purity.
Let's not be a nerd about it. So, the
I'm sorry.
Did you have
Let's be scientific about it. Because according to the Encyclopedia Britannica,
no, I just
now that he's done.
The Lily character was just awful. I mean, first off, she's going around, she's messing with this poor woman, stealing her biscuits, and then she like tricks Jack into letting her, taking her to these unicorns, right? And then she's like, I'm gonna go touch it. And he's like, no, don't do that. She's like, I'm gonna do it. And then,
you son of a bitch, let me break something down to you about purity of heart. Purity of heart does not mean capable of no wrong. Purity of heart means one who knows nothing but innocence. Someone who knows not the evils of the world, not even what their own actions perhaps are capable of. That is what Lily represents.
Sure, Lily was told not to do it.
Let me finish, because she then like tells Jack like, oh, it's a princess's duty to I can like create a challenge for my suitor who will marry me. And she's like, whoever can get this ring, throws it over a cliff. Jack jumps in to get it. Then later when she's in the darkness's lair, she is literally easily wooed by all the jewelry and crap that he left there for her. So like, I don't know. I just feel like
she's innocent, that she is so easily swayed by material things and kind words.
Okay, but you would think it'd be the opposite, no?
No. Think of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Innocence, who knew not of good nor evil.
But we're
and how's that working out for women right now?
But
how's it working out for women? All the stuff that we do.
No.
That we blame women for. Yeah,
we were told, like Adam and Eve were told. We're going off on a weird tangent, I think, for this show.
According to the Bible,
they were told that the tree was bad, right? They know the difference between good and evil because they're told what it is, and Eve obviously chose out of curiosity or seduction by the serpent, right, to pick the apple or I guess eat it. It could have been a pomegranate. That's not important. But like Lily was told by Jack, don't do that. I brought you here as a secret. Hey, I have something very special to show you. And she starts and he says no. And she continues and he says no. And then she continues further. Obviously this is very upsetting to Jack. Lily knows what not to do. She
is so innocent that she does not think that anything bad could come of this. That's the idea.
That was my argument when I stole every single copy of the VHS orange cases of Rugrats from a local store that I found them at. And they said, why did you do that? And I said, because I want them. And they said, but that's bad. And I said, but I don't know what bad is.
What's that quote from that one
in
judge?
learning, this
famously?
is the loss of innocence.
What is the quote you're referring to?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Oh, yes. Ignorance is no excuse of the law.
Yeah.
Or ignorant. Yeah, no, you were right. I think you said it right.
What I really think is represented with her character, right? Because at the end we see her pulled in by beautiful things, right? By seductive sort of dancing, and we see her her innocence begins to be taken, begins to be corrupted by the darkness, right? It is only in her beginning to grow that she is able to reject the advances of the darkness and decide to protect the unicorns rather than merely chasing what is surface beautiful. Someone who is not innocent can do good things or can only do good things. Innocence is not an indicator of whether or not someone will do bad things or good things.
Okay,
So
but can we
Tom
talk
Cruise's
about Blix's
little-
voice?
Yeah.
X and I wanted to tangent so bad from that.
There's
So,
so
yeah,
much we
okay,
can do sequel-wise, too. Let me just say
Yes.
that about this film. But
Yes.
stay tuned, viewers.
As far as hooks go, I think really the biggest hook. I want to put this
Robin
up right now.
Williams was so good. Another beautiful fantasy film from this era.
X, go ahead and
I'm really
tell us.
glad you brought it up.
Sorry, the biggest hook is obviously at the very end when everyone's celebrating and Darkness is like laughing, I guess. He's kind of mysteriously like and you're like, oh, I guess he's still around. But it's the monologue right before that he goes into the abyss where he's like, light cannot exist without dark, right? You can't have balance without both sides. So like it's inevitable that darkness comes back. We agree on this?
This was my... Are you going into an immediate concept?
No. This is more of just kind of like a let's set the playing field.
I had an idea, because the easy thing, right, is to go, the darkness comes back, the devil is a threat again, we gotta go on a new adventure to beat the devil. That's the easy way to go, but you're just gonna make the original movie again, or just a standard fantasy premise. I think that what the darkness says at the end is a great hook. It is actually something unique. I think as time has gone on, the forces of darkness over this world have continued to wane. And now over this land, there are days upon days of sunlight only, and it's beginning to burn through the crops. It is its own kind of suffocation, and our protagonists have to go on a journey to find Tim Curry's... It probably wouldn't be Tim Curry, unfortunately, he's not doing too well. But
unfortunately.
to find the darkness and find a way to bring him back and coexist.
Okay,
That's a journey into the abyss or space, I suppose.
I absolutely love what you're saying, because I was going to bring up something similar, in that too much of anything is a bad thing, right? Too much of a good thing it can be bad. There's a I don't even know if it's a quote. It's definitely a saying, but hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, right?
You got it.
And yeah, I read it. I didn't memorize that at all. But I think that would be applicable to this in that everyone's so comfortable with what they have, right? And that darkness is gone away. So now in theory, the last note I have is, does this imply there is no more night? Right? There's no more nighttime.
My thought
this is a question to you two.
My thought is not immediately. Like, I think the darkness is still alive. He's just off in space. I think as he gets further and further distant from the planet, his powers weaken over the world of Legendaria.
Ooh, we'll work on that. Yes, X?
Yeah, I was thinking when I was listening to the monologue at first, he's like, today will be the last day that the sun rises or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, what? So does the the planet just freeze, like it's just still now. It's no longer rotating or anything like that. And then I was so happy when everything just froze over the second that the sun was gone. And I was like, oh, I guess so. So now they're just stuck the other way, right? If there's
I
no
feel like we
darkness.
are not dealing with a planetary system here because we are
It's more of a
operating.
realm.
That was the other thing I was thinking about.
It's a realm.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah.
We're not operating, I think, on like the means of celestial bodies, right? I think even wherever the darkness is, it's not like literally space.
No.
He's in some kind of abyssal plane that they have to, go into. Maybe
What
it's a
if-
flat Earth situation. Maybe there's an ice wall.
What if instead of going to find or the original darkness, what if they have to rebirth it? In that don't snicker at that. I'm not.
Can you imagine
I don't
those
mean-
horns coming out
I
of
don't
a
mean,
birth
like,
canal?
giving birth to-
no,
to darkness.
ew.
Like Jet was saying, the UV rays from this permanent sun are ruining the crops, right? And it's causing like obviously famine and all the issues that come with it, and everyone starts to get really grumpy and unhappy about it, and that's how darkness grows, is like strife and struggle.
Well, maybe we should kind of figure this out, because I don't actually know if at any point the movie implies the darkness is a moral question. It presents itself as a story of good versus evil, but it, in
But both
practice,
sides
is a
seem
story
to be in their nature.
But is that actually on display in the film?
The only reason I would say that is because darkness is born, right? He has a father figure. There is a father and son
True.
dynamic here, right? He was born of something.
We could say that he is born that his father represents evil. So
Okay.
maybe that's it. Is that
Oh,
actually
'cause
in the absence of the darkness, a evil is able to fester in the hearts of man. And that it's actually his father that is creating the immediate, pressing, oppressive force of death and corruption on the world right now.
That is a good point. There are a few characters that didn't get like a wrap up at the end of this film. Like at the end, darkness flies off into the abyss. Right? He says like, "Father, save me," or "Father, help me," or whatever it is. Father's never addressed by any other character.
No.
It's safe to assume that Father is just kind of an amorphous sort of existing presence.
Maybe.
Also, we don't see Blix die, and I wanted that so bad. I wrote in my notes the
Is
only
Blix
thing
the
worse
goblin?
than Blix is Blix's voice. I
Blix is the
fucking
goblin
hated that little guy.
Yeah.
purely speaks in rhymes, which was because a lot of the rhymes weren't good.
There was a moment where Blix has the alicorn, the unicorn's horn, and is using it
Yeah.
like a magic wand, right, causing chaos in this little cabin. And right before they leave the cabin, the last little bit of magic you see, I should explain. Blix is making like a cuckoo clock run, or making a fire bigger, which seems to be the main gift of this alicorn. Or like doing stuff on a table, like blowing papers up or something. But right before they leave this cabin, this cottage, he like alakazams a chair, and the chair scoots over to the left.
Yeah.
It just does a little scoot. And you're
The
like,
power
"That's what you
contained
wanted
in
to
this
use."
horn.
And Lily hiding somewhere in the cabin is like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah,
The chair!
Right.
yeah.
She was also like screaming almost the whole movie, but she's also hiding for half of the
Yes.
movie, and I'm like, "Oh my
can-
gosh!"
Can
is
I
she
play?
screaming for most of the movie, or is she hiding for half of the movie, X? Logical
Well,
contradiction.
she's
according to
screaming
the
for
Encyclopedia
most of
Britannica.
it, and for half of it, she's hiding. So for half
What's
of it,
this?
at least, it doesn't make sense. What the fuck
That's
is
at the
that?
beginning of the film. She's yelling for Jack, and that
Oh,
that take, Jack, the way she says it is very upset. There is a lot of back and forth when Jack and Lily, Jack and Diane is what I almost said, of them yelling back and forth to one another, or looking for one another. Oh,
Here's-
hey, Sorry, we didn't talk about any of the little extra characters.
What are we doing?
Was that Frankie Muniz?
I looked it up.
Okay.
It's not.
It's David
the
Bennett,
little nerd.
but it
It's
looks
so
like
hot.
him, right?
It looks so much like Frankie Muniz.
Oh man, I
Frankie
really.
But I
Muniz
was
would've
thinking, if
been
that's
like-
Frankie Muniz was young for a while.
That's true. He was Malcolm in the Little for a long time.
Oh man, Malcolm in the beginning.
Malcolm up front. Okay. So we kind of have a vague premise here.
Frankie
I like
Muniz was
using-
born in 1985. I'll say that.
He's
So-
very talented. He
Straight
did
out
a
of the
great job
womb.
in this film
David
that he was
Bennett,
in.
who plays Gump, he was
Which-
18 when he made that movie.
Wow, really
And
smart.
I could have sworn that was a
Whoa.
12-year-old, right?
Yeah.
I would have sworn, man, they have this kid going crazy. I like that you brought up Blix, the goblin.
Yes.
Terrible,
Mhm.
terrible little servant of the darkness.
Awful.
Blix, I
awful
will
character.
say, is overtly described by the darkness as the most vile of his servants. So,
And it was true.
at
Or
least
loathsome, something
you
like
could-
that. Yeah.
you could extrapolate that and saying, well, if the darkness's servants are vile and he wants vile servants, then surely the darkness is vile as well, or even more vile than that. I don't think so. I think the darkness is perhaps a more neutral force that is just wanting darkness, right? And wanting power, sure. But no more a greater motivation of evil than in the hearts of any man. But Blix is overtly a nasty little sucker. So what if Blix ends up being the active agent in this new lightened realm
I'm for it. I'm
of the
for
darkness's father?
There is a very small moment in the film where Blix has the wand and they're chanting around a campfire.
Yes.
And I say she because I think a woman voiced the character.
I also think
Yeah.
of Blix as a she. We don't know their gender technically.
Goblins may not have dick or balls.
And hey, that's okay.
We're fine with that.
We're fine with that.
But yeah, there's a moment where Blix and a stupid hogman and we think another elf disguised as a bad guy. I don't greenskin. That part is super unclear to me.
It seems that other little dude is like being.
grow.
Yeah.
There's a hint of revolution that you see where they're like, "Well, we have the power now. Why would we bring
Give
the
this to-
wand back
yeah.
to darkness?" Right? So with darkness out of the picture, that does give a chance for, let's say, Blix to lead I guess like a revolution or build an army of goblins, right? To either
Yes.
do the father's bidding or to, I guess, do their own. The power is no longer on their side because the unicorn horn was reattached later in the film, but
Yeah. I think they all perhaps escape underground, maybe.
that's
I don't know.
sure.
Wherever that one guy got carried off to with the mummy.
Yeah, the goblins escape underground. And
It was a mummy, wasn't it?
and I think probably we can have the influence of the father as like a midpoint twist where you realize this isn't just the goblins acting when they do actually get to the darkness in the abyss, right? And we can go maybe in a little bit more detail because we're doing pretty good time wise. When they get to the darkness in the abyss, that's when he's like, I'm not coming back. I was rejected, I was rejected by your world and you don't deserve my darkness. Cheese pizza.
No, is that the darkness or the father?
That's the darkness. It's like, you don't deserve me
Okay.
to come back to give you your precious night that you were so eager to dismiss. I didn't feel appreciated, so I'm not coming back. At which point they're like, but there's the goblin army and and all the crops are dying and everyone's so sunburned.
Very sunburned.
The fairies' wings are driving
And to get away from the sun, they have to go underground.
And that's where the goblins already are.
And that's where the goblins are. It's impeding on their territory. They find that the goblins have been like amassing all of these like weapons, armaments. Sorry, all of these like siege like weaponry to burst through the underground and onto the surface level. And then, well, I don't know what their plan would be after that. Do they know that the sun is deadly now?
You know what I want to do? I want to have two factions here among the good guys. One thing we never see is Lily's kingdom, right? But she's a princess. She has a kingdom. Right. There's a king.
There has to be some kind of monarchy in power.
I think by the time of this movie, Jack and Lily are married. They are king and queen. They are ruling over the land, over their kingdom, right? They have a people. They have a city. Serfs,
capital?
Slave labor and stuff. No, I don't know. Mid kingdom stuff.
Well, it would have been a serfdom. Like you can have
serfdom,
paupers. Yeah. You wouldn't have slaves in a kingdom.
Yes, yeah, and they've got jalapeno poppers. That can be their main crop. Great idea, Roger. Either way, I think they're. I think the two of them, Lily and Jack, end up on opposite sides of how to deal with this problem, right? Because Lily has like personal trauma with the darkness. So when Jack is like, we need to do something about this growing light problem of days getting longer and longer and longer and our people are beginning to starve, we have to do something. We have to go find the darkness. Lily's like, no way. That guy sucks, and I'm not going to deal with him no matter what. We'll find a different way. Lily's plan is to move everyone underground, right? And Jack's like, I'm going to go find the darkness. So Jack goes off. Lily starts trying to move the people underground when she starts to encounter the goblin problems under the surface. Meanwhile, Jack is on his venture into hell, right? Classic hero's journey stuff, to try to bring the darkness back in some way.
X clearly has something to say.
I want to hear it.
So Jack goes on this adventure to
into the abyss,
find the darkness. And Lily, meanwhile, is like, well, what if we took Bikini Bottom and pushed it over there?
I was not expecting a SpongeBob reference from you just now.
That's literally all I could think about the whole time. Giving me that idea.
Pretty much, which I think is that probably says something. There's probably ideas in that. There's themes. In this one, I'm not gonna try to break down what it means. I think
that's fine. That's
the art
totally
can speak
fine
for itself.
I don't think there was a lot of like commentary in the first film.
Whatever
other
you
than
think,
like bad is bad.
Whatever you think that it means, that Lily, someone who was innocent before but experienced stuff and is now avoidant of traumas, yet in a way is avoiding the entity, the darkness, by literally moving her people down into a place of darkness. You can decide what all that means.
Ooh, can there be a shot where Jack is standing at the precipice of the abyss, like where darkness was like thrown into?
Yes.
And he's like, he's got his old, scale mail armor. He's wearing pants this time because fucking wear pants.
Wear pants. Get real.
And he's got a sword, and I'm trying to think, there's got to be someone with him. I don't want Una to be there. Una's kind of a pervert.
She's really strange and
a little forceful.
I mean, it's just a Tinkerbell knockoff, yeah.
Pervy little fairy.
Yeah. I kind of want Brown Tom to be there because Brown Tom was a G with his pan fighting away arrows. I thought that scene was so fun.
I feel like probably what is the character? Mumps? Gump?
Mumps? Oh, Gump.
Gump.
Gump, the fairy. He could be there.
I'll say David Bennett, modern day, looks like Frankie Muniz wearing an old person makeup. So
I'm trying to stop this from happening, and my phone won't. Okay, here we go.
I feel like it's probably too old. Can we get Frankie Muniz?
Let's get Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll get Frankie in there, regardless of any of his political views.
Time.
And
I don't know anything about Frankie Muniz or his political views.
I think not great, but that's that's not my job. We can put that on PR.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that Jack is standing on the precipice of the abyss. He's got a character with him. It doesn't really matter which one. Or he's riding on a unicorn, and they jump into the abyss to go after the darkness. And there could be like a whole extra subplot about like trying to convince darkness that he was right. Do
they jump in
shit's getting
the
bad.
same way that he jumps off the cliff for that ring?
Yes.
I feel like the unicorn has to prance up, because it's kind of like up into space is where the abyss is. I don't think you can really go down into it. It's just kind of the sky.
I guess in a way, every direction is up.
Yeah. Think about this. The world of legend is actually the flat ceiling of an infinite cavern that has its own gravitational force constantly pulling everything upwards, right? Beyond that is the firmament, which is where the universe ends.
Okay.
If you jump up high enough, you begin to fall down away from this ceiling into the abyss, where creatures of unthinkable intellect with unspeakable names writhe and gibber and consume the thoughts which humanity dare not maintain for themselves.
So you have Lily with her story bringing a city into sanctuary to make peace with the goblins who have been amassing this very dangerous militaristic force. Yes. And you have Jack, who is facing eldritch beings, older than time,
on back of a unicorn. So we've got like sword fighting Cthulhu beasts from the back of a unicorn in the search for the devil. This is a banger movie, guys.
It sounds pretty good, actually.
I honestly would like to see Lily suit up and go to battle, though.
I agree, right?
Peace.
I think she was hardened very, very much.
I think so.
It was very artistic. It was a extremely 80s choice, but to have a faceless character dancing in front of her and like seducing her, and then she becomes the character with the massive collar. Beautiful.
Really freaking my favorite scene in a movie I've seen in a while. And I just saw The Mandalorian and Grogu, so it's some tough competition.
Whoa. But that scene, the whole scene of her being corrupted and then coming out of it to save the unicorn at the end, I think that really hardened her, right? Not only does she have a fear of darkness, but she has an anger, like a disdain toward it. I believe that she would fight against it. So I definitely believe that she could bring a people of her kingdom and a people of goblins who really don't have that good of a leader. Like Blix is not great. Maybe Blix is like trying to
I think Lily
enslave goblins to do his bidding or something.
At some point, right? I think Jack is on his way back, or maybe I don't know how we'll figure out how Jack convinces the darkness to come back. But I do think Lily at some point, this is probably finale stuff, right? She would probably learn this from the darkness, because the darkness would know that the goblins are actually being manipulated by his father, right? And that's how they're gaining so much power so quickly, whereas Blix thinks that that's all me, baby, right? So when Jack's able to come back with the darkness is able to, and obviously Lily's not going to like this, right? She has to go through character growth to even listen. Probably when Jack comes back with the darkness, Lily's like, I'm not going to listen to a word that you say. You're being tricked. You're trying to trick us. I don't believe you. These are just goblins, and they can be defeated. Little does she know that they have another god on their side. And in the same way that the darkness could not be defeated without the sun, the goblins, the force of the darkness's father, cannot be defeated without some other opposing force. But Lily's like, what if the darkness's father is hatred.
Okay, see, I was gonna say evil, but hatred's good.
That's the way you can evoke that without being quite so overt with it, right? So hatred is the darkness's father. So the goblins are being run by hatred. And then Lily rejects what the darkness says. And then when she is in this losing battle against these goblins, that they fall down, they defeat them, but they just get back up again and keep fighting, unable to be stopped with force. And then she realizes he wasn't lying. They're fueled by more than a want for conquest. They are being fueled by hatred. And Lily has to do some kind of a big rousing speech to the goblins as a show of love, convincing them that they're being manipulated and that all of their peoples can get together. And when they stop this problem, live on the surface in harmony.
I think it would be very important for Lily to mention that, goblins, let's say you win this fight. Where do you go from here? You can't live on the surface.
Yeah, what will you do when when we're all dead and your hatred has nothing to kill? You would turn
against each other.
Yes. And then we'd be dead and you'd be dead.
I think there should also be kind of a subversion of darkness is able to rein in hatred, to keep hatred confined to the kingdom of darkness, where, I mean, in the first film, it was almost nowhere else, right? You had the underground with the fires and the what I said, characters that I would be typecasted as fat demon butchers, and the imps. Clearly those things have hatred, but it's almost, like I said earlier, it's almost within their nature to be so. And then everything out in the meadows and the kingdom and what have you, it's very lovely, it's very nice, very blissful. And without darkness to control, without lassoing the hatred, it's seeping outward and ever expanding through the goblins.
Yes. And see, because now the light and the darkness are completely separated by the landmass, right? The darkness still exists.
Separated.
Yes. Because the darkness is, of course, the offspring of hatred. And if you don't keep them separated, then all things begin to mix together, and one cannot tell where love ends and hate begins, right? Even as Lily thinks she is acting in love towards her people, it is still in hatred of the darkness and of the goblins.
It's pretty good.
Only in letting go of that and deciding their people can coexist can the cycle of day and night continue, with each thing separated and able to...
So how does Jack come back into it then? If Lily's solving all of this with just the power of love, what exactly is Jack doing?
I feel like as soon as he gets back with the darkness, right, and you can just have a cool action scene, right? They fail to get through with Lily, or get through to Lily initially. You can have a lot of great, they have to learn to get along stuff with the darkness and Jack in the abyss and on the way out.
Teaches Jack how to travel through mirrors, and it's kind of a
that's how they get back out of the abyss. They have to learn to get along with each other, which is a microcosm.
A buddy cop film on their end.
Yes, they have to learn to get along so that Jack can... probably the darkness at some point has to work with the unicorns and use the power of light in some way.
In a realm, in the abyss, where there is no light, a unicorn can show you, there are shapes and colors, but there's no... I guess colors wouldn't exist either, but there's no technical light. But the unicorn is casting light, and they need a reflection. That's all they need to get back is a single reflection, right?
I think that's exactly it, is the darkness is trying. They're, surrounded on all sides by tentacled beasts, and the darkness is I can't get... is, trying to abandon them and get to safety. But then Jack is how can you travel through a mirror without a reflection? How can you have a reflection without light? Even you, in your great power, right? And
utilized light.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. This is accidentally. We're stumbling upon a great sequel.
So
can we get Ridley Scott?
So the unicorn.
Yeah, I think Ridley Scott.
He's not doing anything good. The unicorn has to cast a light, which the darkness has to be willing to step into, right? They travel to the mirror, they get back to the palace, where Lily is. Lily's like, nay! And sends them away.
And the unicorn is like, nay!
Yes, and it's too late. The battle begins, and Jack and the darkness, having learned to work together, are like, well, maybe we can't stop this, but maybe you and I together can help fend off the goblins, right? The forces of your father, whom abandoned you, Sir Darkness. So Jack and the Darkness are in the middle of the battlefield, in this huge war between the factions underground. And they're fighting back to back, fending off guys. And it is as they are getting surrounded, they are losing, they are on their last legs, last hoofs, last pair of pants, when Lily is like, oh, as much as I hate the darkness, I cannot bear to see him fall side by side with the man that I love. So I must show love to them both. And it is their working together that we all must do. So that's what motivates her.
Can I add a ticking clock to the battle?
You simply must.
Okay. When darkness arrives back at this realm, the sun in the sky begins to move again.
Yes.
And Absolutely. It's only an amount of time until the sun finally sets for the first time in what we could assume to be decades.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. But only when the sun sets will darkness be at his full power, and he can stop every single goblin in their tracks.
And of course, right? Lily's like, we can't let that happen, or he will betray us all. But then the sun,
that's true.
But then the sun does go down, and he keeps fighting.
And she is proven wrong, and she realizes that even in the darkest of places, you can find light. There is hope. And there's love that you can find within hatred. If that is true, then hatred is needed in order for love to exist, and they've been using it this whole time. So
we must respond to their hatred with love. And
it's all about balance, baby. That's what this is something that Star Wars refused to do. They said Luke Skywalker was the balance of the Force, but the whole time he was like, so I just got to kill all the dark side. And the dark side was like, but if you do that, that's not balance. That's eradication of one side. And inevitably, that light will create new darkness. You fucking idiot.
Is this the American stock market? Because it's all about the Dow, baby. That's a pun on Taoism.
I'm very lightheaded from that.
All right. Well, we can, as the battle comes to an end, we can see Blix finally get their comeuppance.
Absolutely, she's not having
it. in his hand, crushes him into like a twig, and then snaps him like a one-wish willow. And,
in this movie, Blix uses any pronouns, and we never find out about their genitals.
No, it's like
I did say M, not him.
Oh yeah,
so
all of them.
Yeah.
This can be a Zhijur goblin.
Very good. Goblix. Oh, that's just her name. Their name.
Yeah, continue though, right? What is Blix's comeuppance?
Yeah, they get crushed into a twig and then snapped.
Sure. Absolutely. What's the only problem is this movie doesn't have like a messed up freaky little shriveled guy with a backstory that explains how he got like that. So X, can you make up real quick a freaky little shriveled guy who's like with them the whole time?
Is this a reference to something? What do you mean by that?
It's just everyone's into these guys. Gollum, Dobby.
Yeah.
Two examples
we'll call
is
this
enough.
We'll call this guy a Jake, he was supposed to be a Jack, but he didn't live up to the expectation. And then so the more he would see Jack in the distance. He heard of this legend who saved the princess from the darkness, right? And he wanted so badly to be the Jack that everybody loved and admired that he literally shriveled from his all-consuming jealousy, and now he's just part of the team. And in the end, he learns the lesson that, like, hey, it's okay to be himself. Right?
Yeah,
it's okay to be Jake.
It's okay to be Jake from State Farm.
Yeah.
Wearing khakis.
Oh, and that's where Jack gets his pants.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Jack's wearing khakis the whole time.
He's wearing khakis the whole time.
Yeah. Or it's the last thing he puts on, like in the film, like the final piece of the puzzle. He puts on pants and then starts like whooping ass.
Yeah, the darkness is like, I'll come with you to the surface if you put on some pants.
Pants.
I think that was a recognizable Tim Curry impression.
I was gonna say Tim Curry would obviously be a kind of a hard pull.
Yeah.
To make work.
Tom Cruise too. Tom Cruise. He said he'd never make a movie like this. Yeah.
Sure. Have you seen the actress who plays Lily? She was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Mia Sara. Yeah, she was.
She
Sloane
is.
Yeah, she
Peterson
is looking
or whatever. Yeah.
still pretty good.
I thought she looked a lot like a young Finn Wolfhard in this movie, but that's okay.
Okay, well, we could try casting Finn Wolfhard if you want.
We could trans Finn Wolfhard's gender, and good for her. Get her in the movie.
Yeah.
Guys, oh man, I'm actually kind of upset that this movie isn't happening.
It's kind of awesome. We've had a couple.
The last few episodes.
Last few episodes have been rough. Y'all might not even get to hear the last one.
We've not been putting out our best material.
You seem to have given up halfway through. Which one was it? The
Godzilla?
Dirt Bike Kid. So
Dirt Bike Kid.
Yeah,
that was a funny episode.
The episode was great.
It's the one we did after that I think is not. I think Godzilla is. I think that one will come out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we did Godzilla. Yeah, that's true.
It was enjoyable. Not a lick of a good premise in that whole dang episode, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No.
But
no. Sometimes when we flounder, though, comedy can just come out. This episode, I don't think was very funny. I do think it was just a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it was full of good ideas. Hold on, let me think. One character has to die. One lovable character from the first movie has to die.
I mean, Gump.
His name wasn't Mumps.
Gump.
Stop calling him Mumps.
Una could die.
I think Una could die in the beginning and it would be okay. Or
no,
we just
Una ends up fighting on the sides of the goblins because she is so filled with hatred.
Because Jack would not kiss her in the dungeons
because she's a hateful little fairy. In fact, it was hatred acting upon her from the beginning.
It's all coming together. I was gonna suggest that Snowball dies.
What if
that was his name?
What if Una is a twist villain? And she was actually an embodiment of hatred the entire time. And that's where some of
even
her...
in the first movie?
Even in the first movie. And that's actually where some of her shape-shifting powers that she hid came from. Because she was always like...
actually would have a horse in this race, because if he is held in place by darkness, getting rid of darkness would actually allow hatred to reach further. Yes, that's actually really good.
And as would... the darkness is victory, right? I think either whether light or dark wins without balance, everyone turns on each other, right?
Right.
And that would allow hatred to get through. So actually, she's probably playing kind of both sides.
Well, she'd have to. She's made of light.
Maybe they're Yeah.
Jet had a
this isn't-
reaction, everybody. This is
Yeah,
a
sorry.
visual medium, so
It's an audio podcast. You missed the back and forth blinking at one another.
We got it.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Ugh.
I will say before we come up with more ideas, we have to end the episode, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and since she's just hatred at the end, once all of the Blix who doesn't turn to good and gets
And Darkness recognizes the behaviors within Una, and he's like, something, father.
Father.
And everyone kind of stops, and everyone's like, what? And Una's like, you caught me. Like
right,
very
and that's
like the facade drops.
Yeah. What if like Blix
We're
has a
doing it.
little darkness fairy that's helping them the whole movie, and
Right,
Una is talking in Lily's ear the whole time, driving both sides towards. We got the premise solid early enough that now we're just adding more good stuff.
You said early enough. We're 10 minutes over an hour.
So yeah, you learned that actually Una and the little darkness fairy that's talking to Blix are one and the same, two parts of Hatred's body.
Do we get to see Hatred?
And I think
Yes.
Is
yeah,
Hatred
I,
10 times bigger than Darkness, or smaller?
I think Hatred is small. I think Hatred just looks like Una. I think Hatred is just, as far as physical form goes, an unassuming thing. Right?
Oh.
Hatred is a small thing that whispers in your ear and pushes you towards more choices. Or
And this
towards
is when we
bad
find out
choices.
that Jake, the shriveled little guy, was also consumed by hatred. And when he finally lets go and realizes that it's okay to be Jake, that's when the light comes out, right?
That's
okay.
yes, yeah, and so probably like Lily. Once they have this realization, Lily and the darkness probably they the armies all throw down their weapons and they defeat Blix, but like something is still wrong. Things aren't right. There's something like maybe the day still isn't acting as it should, or whatever bigger threat is at play. And then, of course, both of the fairies are like, no, keep fighting, still. And that's when the darkness is like, father. And then Lily and the darkness
recognize your stench.
have to
Father.
grab Light Fairy, Shadow Fairy, shove them into each other, and they self-annihilate. And that's how they sort of banish the hatred for the time being.
Okay.
All
What are we
right.
calling this movie? Legend. Battle of the
Legend.
Five Armies. Legend. Return of Darkness. Legendary. Legend, wait for it, dairy.
Legend Return to Derry.
Legend.
Can't go an episode without a Stephen King reference.
No, not a single one. It can't happen.
I like Legendary.
Legend Out of the Abyss.
Legend. It's all about balance. Legend, the final balance.
Legend. In real life, they would call this probably like something like Legend Light and Shadow.
Oh yeah,
Or
it would
Shadow
be
and
the blank
Light.
of blank and blank.
Ah, the Legend of Light and Shadow.
Yes, the Legend of Light and Shadow is exactly what they would call it.
But I don't want to call it that.
No.
Legend, The Tale of Jake.
Jake from Legend.
Legend. Jake's Rising.
Jake from Legend.
It's called
Jake.
Khakis.
No.
What about Legend, this one's good.
Legend. Here we go again.
Legend, Relegending.
To ledge to end.
Two Legend 2.
Legend and the very good, the Legend and the very bad, no good Eternal Day.
Okay.
That's pretty good. But too long. A little too long. What about just another legend?
What about Legend Eternal Light?
Okay, actually, let's play with
Legend,
that. Let's,
John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son, and whosoever should believe in him shall have eternal life.
Legend Eclipse. No, that was an accident. I'm not trying to do a Twilight thing.
Legend no moon ever again.
Yeah.
Legend
it is
Return
a new
of
moon.
Night.
It's the sun.
Legend Breaking Dawn.
No, that was an accident. I
No,
need to do
but
that.
actually they are trying to break the eternal
They
dawn.
are breaking, yeah. We have to land on something here.
What if it's just, hang on. What if it's just Legend 2?
No, people will know when they read.
What if we what if we respect ourselves and our craft enough to call this one Legend 2?
I mean,
Legend
listen, here's the thing, folks.
II.
Is I really, really enjoyed the movie. I really, really enjoy the ideas for the sequel.
Can we just say, by calling it Legend 2, we really just want this to actually be a movie?
I will agree with Legend 2 only because we landed on some pretty funny jokes coming up with a name.
Maybe we call it Legend TOO2.
Oh no, we're
Or we
moving
go the
further
Dumb and
away.
Dumber route. Legend TO.
Yeah, that's what Easton did with the Dirty 22. The show is called the Dirty 20 TOO.
Yeah. That's why no one can find it.
That's why no one can find the show. I've said this.
Okay. Okay. 3 for 3 then. Legend 2 it is.
Legend
fine.
2.
Well, let's end this episode. If you enjoyed that as much as Roger enjoyed
But put in the title
Legend.
of the podcast a parenthetical that says Legend 2, this one's good. So people know to click it.
Yeah, we did good this time.
this one's all right. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah.
We didn't pitch the next movie. And I want to I want to do now Jet has said this before. It's hard to do justice on a comedy, but I haven't seen this movie in a while and I really want to rewatch it, and I want to rewatch it with you guys and come up with an idea for a sequel. But this is arguably to me one of the funniest movies ever made, and that is 2004's Kung Fu Hustle. So Jet, I hope you can read subtitles at 2 times speed. Because
Tune in
this one's
next time, because this one's going to be even funnier than the movie Kung Fu Hustle.
Making promises that I don't think we can keep, but all right.
It's going to be called Kung 2 Hustle. Anyway.
Since it's X's idea, it's going to be on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the next episode, X will do most of the talking.
And I trust him as an artist. I think he is going to deliver us from evil and bring us an incredible premise. We're going to have
I'm feeling some reproach from you.
We're going to have a whole script for this movie by the end of it. And watch your guts, because they're going to bust.
Right here for it. All right. Yeah, if you enjoyed that as much as Roger enjoyed Legend, then please do us a few things, such as leave a 5-star rating, review, and comment on whatever platform you listen on. You can also check out some of the other stuff we do, such as Paranormal Dudes, where Roger and I read spooky-ish stories from Reddit. You can also check out Jet on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/JetCuso, where he plays with toys. I don't think any of them are from Legend.
I got a big video about the back rooms that's going to be up by the time this episode comes out.
Are you making the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been talking about
a big video.
They've been talking about this young director from YouTube that they got.
That's
to make
if Curry Baker
2024 movie
could do it, then I think you can.
I don't see why not.
You can make that a feature, and I'd go see it.
No one's gonna know what you're talking about there, but
Jet,
I get it.
When are you gonna direct Bakugan movie?
So in my house, I have weapons. And if you're ever here, I'll remember what you've said to me just now. And you'll be hurt when the time is right and you least expect it.
Uh-huh. X, you have to finish the show before Jet continues threatening me.
Well, I want to see where he's going. Okay. Anyways, we'll catch you guys next time on Sequel Factory for part 2.
The sequel
continued! Sorry, I know I just yelled. There was a moment in the film where Darkness gets hit with arrows and he smacks Lily, and Tom Cruise he shouts "Darkness." That shout hyped me so much.
It's sick. Like, it's awesome.
It was such a good shout. Anyway, I might watch this movie again just like for fun. I never do that.